Yeah. So, okay, team, it's very important. One more update from my end. Whoever using all our IDs, okay, either Venkat A or Venkat B or Venkat C or Venkat D, maybe you are using one of the ID. So, uh, if you have any issues with the reset, like if you are not able to connect to the mainframe ID and all, so I added mainframe provider also. He's a senior person. So I request when you're asking, when you're talking, messaging him, please do give a respect. Okay, just telling you as in advance. He's a senior, person. He's retired and he is the one who provides the mainframe server to us. Okay, he's a vendor for us. So, but at the same time, when you're talking to him or when you're asking to reset the password, please ask in a polite way. Don't demand as, don't go with as your, demanding tone. Okay, that is one humble request. As you are don't know about him and all, that's why I said. Okay, so in that group I added. So just to mention, tag him and say that I'm not able to connect to the server. You tell what is the issue in that ID. That's fine. Okay. So I either he or I'll respond to that. Okay. So otherwise, do you have any queries
Uh,
before getting into the content?
Venkat, have you created a WhatsApp group for this batch?
It's not batch. Okay. I sent you to the WhatsApp group link.
Group link in mail?
Yeah, everything is in mail only. So you check it either in the spam or somewhere. If you don't get it, you drop an email. I'll check it and update you. Okay. So I sent it to everyone. The ID.
Venkat, what is his name? His name?
Uh, who's
This is Ramana. I'm in group Venkat D WhatsApp group.
that is only the group. His name is Sukesh. Sukesh.
Okay, Sukesh. Okay, yeah, that I wanted to know before. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So if you don't get ID, let me know. Irfan,
Yeah,
after
I didn't get, and this is my first lecture today.
yeah, that I know. I'll send you. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'll send after session today only. Yeah. Any other queries? So initial 3-4 days team, there are challenges and because every day some people are joining. So bit confusion will be there even for me. Lot of mails, lot of conversations in WhatsApp and email. So to settle down, it'll take time. Maximum I'll try to respond. Okay, but here and there, if any delays are there, please be cooperate. Okay. Any other queries? Okay, so I don't want to waste your time. So every day I'm wasting your 5 minutes time. So I'll try to reduce that part also from upcoming session. Don't worry. Yeah. So team, in our yesterday session, I explained okay, the key terminologies, okay, keywords or terminologies in mainframe emulator. We have something called emulator, what is subsystem, what is a TSO. Then I explained how to connect to mainframe server, how to connect to mainframe server. I explained. Then I stopped the session. From here, I will continue. So we will discuss how we can connect to mainframe server and so on. Right? So let me go there. Yeah. Everyone go on mute if there are no queries, please. Yeah, so team, I will be connecting to the mainframe server from the scratch. Then I'll explain the things practically. So as I said earlier, I'll repeat 3-4 times back because after 30 days, most of them will get this window, the one which I am getting. As you know, the Mochasoft is available for 30 days trial. After that, if you want to use, you need to click on continue trial. We don't worry, don't buy anything. they are providing an option to continue the trial with the help of entering the temporary key. The key will be changed every time for every user. So you no need to note it as well as 182999616. Yesterday there is a one key ID. Today something else. I'll click on OK. After that, as I have multiple server connections, that's why it is not connected to server by default. If that is the case, just you go connect and select. I'll give MF. This is the one I gave. This is the name I gave. Okay. So if you see this screen, that means that we connected to server successfully. So sometimes you will see the errorless screen. Okay. So sometimes you will see Hercules screen. So usually this will come for various reasons, either mistake from our end or our participant end or from the system side. So don't press at any case escape button. Don't press escape button. If you press escape button, then there is a high chances to get a Hercules screen. Okay. So you will get Hercules screen when you press escape button. Don't press it. Okay, when you see Hercules screen, try to connect 3-4 times. Retry to connect to 5 to 6 times. Then it will be connected to server automatically. This is just for your information. Now, so how we can connect to the server team? So there is a syntax log on. The ID which I gave it to you. So I will give log on. And if you don't want to give the ID, just give log on, hit the enter. And this is the another approach. I will give ID Venkat A is the ID I am going to use in the entire training for presentation purpose. Venkat A, hit the enter and enter the password. So whatever the password I gave it to you, you enter it. Okay. So this is the password. And this is the procedure. I'll tell you that later. And always make it yes here. Okay. So always make it yes. Why it is required, I'll tell you later. And if you want to change the password, you have to do the here. But I don't recommend you to change. I request you don't change the password. Hit the enter. So I'll type ISPF, enter. So once you get ISPF, you will be landing on this screen. So this I'll explain this particular screen, how it works. This is the ISPF primary option menu screen. Okay. On every server, you're going to vary server to server because the initial pages according to the client customization. So if you are working for Bank of America, one initial screens are different. If you are working for another client, XYZ client company, the screen for the screens are going to be differ, the client to client. But on this server or in most of the training servers, the first screen should be is a ISPF primary option menu. Okay. So this is the ISPF primary option menu. This is called ISPF screens. We call that you are seeing as a page. Here we call as a screen. On this screen, is called menu bar. What? Occasionally, I don't say rare. Occasionally, we use this menu bar. And on this screen, we can select these options, settings, terminal, or if you want to do bit of customization, we need to type 0 on here. This is the command line. What is this is called? Command line. So command line. So This is called the entire underscore is called command line. So these are all the options of the ISPF primary option menu. Then if you see right side, okay, this is the screen one. So far we showing screen one. That's why it is showing screen one. After that, okay, sorry, can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
I
Venkat.
guess there
Yes,
is a
Venkat.
yeah, there is a network issue from my end. Any queries? Okay. Can you hear me, team?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes,
Okay.
Venkat.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, Venkat.
So
Can you
this is
repeat once again because
yeah,
your
I'll repeat.
voice was breaking?
No, I'll repeat, don't worry. So this
Sure.
is the menu bar. Okay. This is the menu bar. And this is the ISPF primary options.
Screen is
Venkat,
not
you are
visible.
not sharing your screen.
Who is it? Okay, sorry. You are able to see screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the ISPF primary option menu. What is this? This is the ISPF primary option menu screen. And whichever the page you open, panel you open, the corresponding panel name you can see over here. You can see the name of the panel here. And this is the menu bar option. Okay. This is the menu bar option. And this is called command line. What we call this is called command line. Whatever we are going to type is a command line. On right side, you can see user ID. If you logged in with the Venkat B, if you logged in with Venkat B for Bangalore, so that ID is going to show to you. And what time you logged in according to the server time, not according to your time or your watch time or mobile time. So according to the server time, if they configured US timings, you will see the US timings over here. If they configured Indian timings, we will be able to see that. So terminal that you can ignore it, not important. So far we opened only one screen. So far we opened only one screen. That is a screen one. That is a screen one. So language is a English. It can be a French, something like that. But here we are okay. So it is a English. Then TSO logon DBS proc. This is you can ignore it. TSO prefix. I'll talk about that later if it is required eventually and other stuff. Okay. You can see ISPF version, which version we are using. On the screen, these are all the options are available. Okay. So 0 settings, terminal user parameters, then view, display the source data and listing, edit, utilities. So if I want to go to the settings, I need to type on command line 0. Okay, I need to type 0, hit the enter button. So here we use predominantly function keys. So far, if you are new to mainframe, you would have not used function keys F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, F6, 7. You would have not used function keys regularly in Windows. But if you're dealing with the mainframe, we have to use function keys only. Okay. I'll come to that also. So 0 is a settings. So type 0, hit the enter. You'll go to the settings screen. If I type 1 and if I hit the enter, I will go to the view screen on the view panel. If I type 2, if I hit the enter, control will go to the edit screen. Okay, it will go to edit screen. If I type 3, okay, and if I hit the enter, I will go to the utilities panel. Right, so let's try to do one by one. So type 0. So where we are going to land? We are going to land, we are going to going to transfer to setting screen. Just hit the enter button. I am telling what I am doing on the keyboard also for the people who are new to mainframe. So type 0, hit the enter button, click on enter button. So, okay, it looks like it disconnected. I hope you can hear me, right? Any disturbances, team?
No, Venkat. No, Venkat.
Yeah. So I'll type 0, enter, click on enter button. So you can see that the panel name and ISPF settings. Okay. The panel name is ISPF settings. And you can see command line at bottom. If you want to change these options, you can, if you write a slash button, then this will be active. If you remove it, it will be inactive. Okay. So then you can see right side more. It's like a page down. More plus means there is something else on the bottom. If you press F8, you can see that. Okay. Press F8, you can see here. So minus means something is there on the top. Plus means it is there in the bottom. How I can go to bottom pages? Okay. Let me talk about, I'll tell you. So I'll talk about mainframe. Okay. So now how I can go down? I'll press F page down. I'll press page down. How I can go up page up, page up. So how we have a page up and page down on the web page. In mainframe, for page down, we do with the concept of F8. Okay, scroll down. Page up, we use F7. So that is scroll up. Okay, so and I press F8 and F8. So no more plus is not there. When there is no plus means nothing else is there in the bottom, but minus is there, which means that something else is there on the top. Press F7. Now plus means something is there in the bottom. Plus minus means it is there on the top. I'll press F7. I'll press F7. Okay. So this is all about the more and how we can do something on the ISPF screen. So I will do one example for you. Here I will make slash. If I type slash, hit the enter. So when I give a slash, what happens? Command line, it will go to the bottom. Now it is there on the top. If you want to use on the bottom, just give slash, hit the enter button. Hit the enter button, automatically that command will be active. Is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
Okay. So, but I'm not good in the using in the bottom command line. Always I try to use on the top. It's up to you, whichever you are comfortable. So I will remove slash on the command line at bottom. I removed it. I will hit the enter. It will come to the top. So it came to the top. So how I can go back to the previous screen? How I can go back to the previous screen? We press F3. F3 is to going back to previous. Ramu, can you go on mute? F3 is what? Going back to previous screen. So F3, I'm pressing F3. function key F3, exit. We are on the screen. So now you know how to go to the forwards next page, how to come back. So now if I want to view the something, I'll type 1. I'll type 1, hit the enter button. I will hit the enter button, click on enter button. So now I am on the view entry panel screen. So there is a something plus, which means that something is there in the bottom. So I don't want to do anything at this moment. I'll press F3. So just telling you navigation. So similarly, I can type more, more, or 6, as it's up to you. So I'll type M. M means you are trying to go to more, the additional IBM products screen. Enter. You can see IBM products panel. And if I want to go to the ditto from here, I will type 7. Hit the enter. So now we are on the ditto screen. Now we are on the ditto screen, something else. Forget about what is ditto. Okay. So how I can go back? Press F3. No, I guess you cannot press F3. On this, you have to press F12. I'll press F12. But everywhere F12 may not be the right. So in that occurrence, F12, here F3. Now I'm on IBM products panel. I'll press F3 to go to ISPF primary option menu. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah, yes, Venkat.
Yes.
Okay, so this is all about navigation.
Hi, Venkat. One thing, for this keyword settings, that also required, right?
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Don't worry.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Now we are seeing the function keys right at bottom. It is not necessary or always it will be displayable. So we can hide it, but it works. Don't worry. So I'll press PF show off. So this is the command. This is called command. What this command is called as a primary commands. Okay, so primary commands, that is PF show off. To hide the function keys options or the row or rows. The one which you're seeing, that if you want to hide it, we use PF show off. Venkat, you hide it. Will function keys are going to work? 100% it is going to work. Just you are hiding that, but the function key is going to work as usual. So next, I'll type 0, enter. I'm pressing F3 as usual. How I did it? F3. So this is PF show off. But how to display that function keys? PF show on. To display the function keys on screen. So we do PF show on. Enter. You can see it. So this is one command which you are seeing. The next one, we have a color. So if you want to change the colors, I request don't change the colors. Okay, go with the default colors, but I will show you for practice purpose. So type color, enter. So color is, what is the use of color? To change the colors, to change the default colors to customized colors. So now wherever okay, you see that is the green. I want to change from green to red. So I'll type RED. So whatever it is here available, you type here only. So I'll type red. Now you see that it got changed red. Now bottom, you can see the blue. Even blue also I want to change it to red. I'll type there and enter. And now I can go back. I'll press F3. So wherever blue is there, it changes to red. Wherever green is there in the default color, it is changed to red. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, Venkat.
Yes, Venkat.
Sir, how you went to that screen where we change the color by typing color on the command line?
Yes, yes. After typing the color command, I hit the enter button to execute that command. We are on the color screen.
Okay.
Okay, right. So let me, how I can make it default, I'll remove wherever red, I'll change it to red. Just I'll remove the text. Remove the text, place the cursor, delete it, the text. And hit the enter. It went to the default, press F3. Okay. So sometimes some people don't like, green color. Some people don't like red color. So if you want to customize, people here and there, they will do customization, but most of them will go with the default colors. Okay. So any queries? Next. Yeah.
Well, this customization is permanent or up to terminal exit?
It will be, it's not, it will be there. Okay.
It
It's
is
not about till login only. Okay. So it is not for only login, I guess. Okay. So I'll close it. I'll type 2. 2 is to delete the temporary data set which got created. Type log out. Do a proper log out. So I logged out it now. Now I'll do log on. Venkat A. And I will enter the password. So wait. So wait till you get the ready screen. Okay. Type ISPF. You see that red is there or not? Actually, earlier it was blue. Still it is in red.
how to use menus, Venkat?
Sorry?
Menu in the top corner.
Ah,
To invoke it?
can you, sorry.
Yeah, menu, utilities. In the top, there is a menu bar, right?
Correct.
Yeah, how to use it?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay, no.
Yeah. So next, I'll change the color. So type color. I'll remove the red, whichever I assigned. Hit the enter button. Press F3 to go back to the previous screen. So how we can use it, right? So you can go there on any menu, utilities or M or C. I'm pressing anywhere you can place the cursor here. Just hit the enter button. Then you want to go to file. This is the option which you can provide. I'll type a file, hit the enter. So you will be going to the dialog test screen. So you see that dialog test screen. So again, you got say more or less a similar type of screens. I'll press F3 to go back. Okay, so if I go to compilers or options, enter options, and you want to do something else, one general settings, enter. You came to the same settings if I'm not wrong. Plus F, press F3. Like this, you can use it. So you can go help. Okay, enter. You can see what you want. Okay, like this, and I'll press 5 utilities. Enter. Utilities means utility screen it came. Control came to the utility screen. Utility screen. So I'll press F3. Yeah. Any queries? Right. So next, we have another command called keys. So whatever I said, F7 scroll down, F8 scroll, F8 scroll down, F7 scroll up, F3 going back to the previous screen, F12 we use as a cancel, F12 we use as a cancel, right? So these are all customized by the way, okay? So on any server by any user, they will go with this F7, F8 is scroll up and scroll down only. Okay, so anyone using apart from anyone using F8 with any other purpose? So like scroll down only, right? I guess always you might be using scroll down only, right? So what I do now, yeah, so rarely these options will be changed, but 3-4 function keys, functionalities people use it to change it. Okay, standard function keys, better I'll say like this. Standard keys are F3, F5, refined, or find, refind. F3 is to going back to the previous screen, or exit, nothing but going back to the screen. And F6, 7 is up, F8 down, F10, F9. Okay, this is also standard. Generally, no one change this. Swap the screen. Swap the screen. F10 left, F10, F11 right, and F12 cancel. So what else left? What else left? So we have F1 is left. F1 usually for help only. F2, F4. So these function keys will be customized according to their uh, easy reference. How they want, for which purpose they want to use, they will utilize. Sometimes these function keys will be mapped with the REXX macros like that.
What is the F5? Refined.
Refined.
Re-
So example, if you say refined, right? If you ask me what is the refined, so I can show here. Okay, I need a text to explain you what is mainframe. Okay, I'll get some text. I'll copy it. So I'll copy it. I'll paste it. Now I'll use Control F ease. Now you have something called refined. Can you see? I'm using arrow here, right?
Okay, the next available one.
You got it, my point?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like this find. Okay, I'll click on this one. Okay, I'm looking for this window. You see that find next, find next, find next, like this. For that purpose, we use F5. So these are all the standard function keys. Correct me, team, based on your experiences. If I deviate from your experience, kindly share, add your experience and your knowledge also. As I said, nothing wrong adding your knowledge and additional information. Okay. Any other queries?
And Venkat, for F2, we can close the current session, right? By clicking F2.
We use usually F3. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, F3 is back and exit. For disconnecting the session, also F3 will work.
Disconnecting session, generally we don't use like that, right? I mean, I did not use it.
No, disconnecting means if I'm in screen 3, if I want to come to screen 1 directly instead of going to screen 2, I can directly press F2 to come to the screen
That
1.
is customized. That's what I said. That is customized. Usually what you said is a swapping, right? Swapping the screen. Okay, so that we use F9, but on top of that, I guess what you're saying, it is totally customized.
Okay, okay.
Okay. So how we can change the keys? Okay, very good. So let's go here. I will type keys again. I'll request don't change it. Just practice and bring the function keys again to the default part. So click on keys, enter. Now you see it. Okay. Let's take an example. Even I want to use F4 for help. So I'll type help. So this is the definition. But what you want to display to the end user. So already help is there. Same help only, but I want to say XYZ. So enter, press F3. You see that? F4, right? I configured F4. So now if I press F4, it is indirectly F4. Yeah, I pressed F4. You can see that help. This is the tutorial. So I can press F4 to change when earlier nothing is there for F4. Now I added help and I'm for end user reference XYZ. Now, but if you see here, F4 is not applicable here. It is something else. So I'll press F3 and enter. So I'll type keys, enter. I will remove help. I'll remove XYZ. Hit the enter button, press F3. That is all about it. Okay, any queries?
No, Venkat.
Sir, what is F10 actions?
Yeah, 10. Let me see what they have given. Not sure. I need to check it. Okay, we'll try that. Why it's wrong. See, if I type F10, it is going to here. Okay, so it is going here. So now I am here. I'm pressing F10 according to your question. It is going here. I hope you got it. Yeah, this is called actually action bar. This is called action bar. Okay, I said menu bar. It can be called as a action bar. So I guess control might be going there. Action bar. In this action bar, if you click, you can select corresponding options. Press F3 to go back to the previous screen. So if you're on ready screen, but you type ISPF again to go back to the ISPF screen.
So this F2 split option we will use for the screen into two parts, no?
Yes, you are right. So like this, okay. I don't want to show now, but just I'll open the two notepads. I'll open these two notepads. I'll minimize this and let me drag it. Okay, I'm doing this much work, but if you type F2, that it doesn't happen like this. So now you see that like this. Or let me type F2. I'll type F2. You see that the top is one screen, the bottom is another screen. You see the screen number 2. So how do you come out of it? You need to close it. Simple. Equal X to close the session screen. Okay, team. So I hope you're clear. Right. So this is all about keys. Okay. So let me talk about some theoretical points. Okay. What is data set and all? We are yet to discuss few more commands, and we are yet to discuss other things also. Okay. Okay. Let me explain something called start
There is
command.
something called swap bar, right?
Yeah. Allow me some time.
So then,
Yeah. So what I request, whatever the concepts, you can ask question, no problem, nothing wrong in asking. There are some questions are still in the some topics are in the pipeline where one by one I keep going to explain. Okay, whatever the concepts I explained, please ask any questions on it. Okay, later after 2 days, if you don't feel that Venkat is not covered this topic, you ask me that also. It is to everyone. Okay.
yeah, okay.
Right. Yeah. Because already it is there in the pipeline. Okay. That is important. Now I am about to tell that only. So there is a start. Okay. You see the screen 1. Now we are only one screen. So there, if I type a start, okay, this is very user-friendly option. Like how you use Alt tab. What is the use of Alt tab? To switching from one window to another window. Am I correct? Same, we use swap bar. Swap bar is F9 we use for the same. So start, when I say start, when I type a start command, it will open another screen. You see that? The screen number 2. On bottom also you can see that this is the first screen, this is the second screen. I'll show again. Type start, it will open another screen. All the screens contains ISPF primary option menu only. Okay. Next, I'll show start M or 0 means I'm going to setting screen from the ISPF panel. What I said, simple start to open the new screen, start 0 or 1, whichever the options are available here. I'll type start 0 and total. How many screens are there? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 screens are there. So if I want to go to the first screen, type on the command line 1, press F9. If I want to go to the second, 2, F9. If I want to go to the third screen, on command line 3, F9. If I want to go to the fourth, I'll type 4, F9. So like this, you can go to the specific screen from any screen. Okay. So from a specific screen. Next, there is another command called swap bar, as our colleague asked, as friend asked, right? So swap bar, not a bar, sorry, swap list. To know how many screens are opened so far, swap list. So you can see that there are total 4 screens are got opened. Star means your control on the 4th screen. If you press F9, control will go to the 2nd screen. How do I know? Hyphen. F9 means it is going to swap between 4 and 2. It is going to, okay, settings and hyphen. F9 means it is going to swap between 2 and 4. At this moment, it keeps changing.
So when we say swap 0, so which screen will come? Because here the
This-
IDs are from 1, 2, 3, 4.
You need to check it. I'll press F3, swap 0. It is going to the 2nd screen. Swap 0. Okay, 4. It is navigating between star and hyphen. Like when you press F9, how it is swapping the same way.
Okay.
Venkat, what command you issued to display all the open screen? I missed it.
Yeah, I've written, I'm writing everything, don't worry.
Oh, swap list. Okay, thanks.
Swap list. I'm writing on the notepad, okay? So that you can refer it eventually later while you're watching this video. Next, screen bar on. Swap bar on. Swap bar off. Yeah, so there is another command. I want to highlight that. Swap bar on. Okay, so to display the screen names on the bottom of the page or panel. Swap bar off. I'll say that swap bar off, sorry, swap bar on. You can see it like this. Okay. So I'll press F3. We are on ISPF settings. Okay. So this is a little bit about commands. So rest of the commands we will discuss tomorrow. Today I'll explain a little bit more about something called data sets. Okay. So I'll utilize this next 10 minutes time to explain about data sets. I'll pause for 1 minute, by the way. Any queries so far? I'm giving a small gap, 30 seconds gap between each as a logical break so that you guys can ask me a question. The main intention to give a gap to ask the questions.
Venkat, can you explain about the Hercules screen again one more time?
Which one?
Hercules screen, the error screen which will be displayed. So
Yeah,
how to
I'll explain
go
later.
back?
Okay. Hercules screen, right? You can watch
Yeah.
the video which I'm going to share.
Okay.
Still, if you have a doubt, you can ask me, no problem.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So now let me explain about data sets. Okay. So let me explain about data sets. So what is data set? Okay. So data in our Windows, we have something called notepad. There is something called folder. Okay. So notepad is called as a data set. Okay. In that, the two is PS file, flat file. I'll talk about that also. Plot file, sequential file, all are same. So physical sequential file is called as a flat file. Flat file is called as a sequential file. So what is the use of this? Oh, by the way, what is the use of Notepad? In the Notepad, we can store the data. In the Notepad, we can store the data. Similarly, PS, flat file, sequential file also, we can store the data. So we use sequential file that is called as a flat file, that is called as physical sequential file to store the data, end users data. Then we have something called folder. Here we call some dataset called PDS, partitioned dataset. But in PDS only it contains collection of notepads. Which means that collection of PS files that is called as members. Better I'll write collection of members. So member is almost equal to no sequential file. Okay. So member is not same as sequential file. The core functionality is same. Okay. Member means it will be there in the PDS. Sequential file means it will be there separately, except that everything is same. So in mainframe, we use data sets to store the data. In mainframe, we use data set to store the data. So there are two types of data sets in mainframe. One is non-VSAM files. Or data sets. Data set or files are both are same. Either data set or file, both are same. File is nothing but notepad. Data set is nothing but notepad. For easy understanding, I'm saying VSAM data sets. Okay. So there are two categories, non-VSAM data sets or non-VSAM files, VSAM data sets. Under non-VSAM data sets, we have a PS file that is called a flat file. There is alias names as simple as flat file name, sequential file. So there is another non-VSAM data set called PDS, partitioned data set. So when it comes to the VSAM, we have something called KSDS. I'll talk about VSAM datasets later part. ESDS, RRDS, and LDS. So under VSAM datasets, 4 will come. Under non-VSAM dataset, 2 datasets are going to come into the picture. Okay. Any queries so far?
Venkat,
Yeah.
can I assume like this? PS is an individual file.
Sir, okay, you can ask me, sir. I guess voice is not clear. It's manageable for now. I don't know whether you're connecting to through headset or talking from far away from the mic. I'm not sure, but that I can sense it that. Yeah, you're good to go with this time. No problem. Go ahead, sir. You can ask me the question.
Can I assume like this? PS is an individual file. PDS is a collection of individual PS. Correct?
Yeah, you can say that way. You're right.
Yeah. Thank you.
For timing, we can convey like that. No issues.
You are telling about the difference between member and sequential file. Some difference.
Yeah, so yes, that's what he's saying. But anyhow, I'll try to address a little bit more. Don't worry. So let me proceed further. I'll give more details eventually. So first, my target for now. What are the differences between PS and PDS? That is not my target now. But my target is about non-VSAM and VSAM. So why this many categories are there? Okay. So first point, non-VSAM data sets. Okay. So I can write the customer end users data. I can write the data. I can read the data. I can update the data. But what not possible? You cannot delete. So I'll say that delete is not possible through program from PS file or PDS. So from PS or PDS partition data set. This is the first point. The second one, we cannot use non-VSAM files in CICS. Okay, in CICS application programs. In online application programs, non-VSAM files are not supported. That is a second difference. The second one, the non-VSAM files are called as a transaction files. So like ATM transactions, if you go to the supermarket, Tesco, Walmart, More, DMart, if you go to any supermarket, every day you do multiple transactions, right? To store those such transactions, or if you are paying a premium. So if so many customers are paying the premium every day to store those transactions. So daily transactions, to store daily transactions, usually we use non-VSAM files. The next non-VSAM files can store on tape or dash D. Either can store tape or dash D. So these are all about non-VSAM files. When it comes to the VSAM files, we can write the data into KSAM file. We can read the data from VSAM file. We can update and we can delete also. All are possible. So, and here duplicate data is allowed. Okay. So that is next. So duplicates we can avoid, we can restrict duplicates. I'll talk about differences. This is high level. Eventually, when I talk about these differences, this will be the differentiator. Okay. When I want to talk about these differences, this will come into the picture. If I want to compare with this non-VSAM header and this VSAM header, this will be the differentiator. Okay. Not restrict, it restricts the duplicates. Then it supports, okay, not allowed in on. Okay. So it is going to, you can use in online application programs. So this is called usually as a master file. So VSAM files called as a master files. So VSAM data sets can store resides or stores on dash D only. So yeah. No, okay, duplicates are not allowed. So means you can store unique data like a primary key, employee numbers, employee name, employee mail IDs, PAN cards, Aadhaar card, like this, those things.
So what is the meaning of this master file?
Sorry?
What is the meaning of this master file? VSAM is a master file and
Achha.
non-VSAM is a transaction.
Okay. So the meaning of master file, right? Example. Okay. So you are doing a transaction, correct? You did a debit. You deposited 1,000 rupees. You withdraw 5,000 rupees. So you did on your account, you did multiple transactions. So those details will be stored somewhere. That is called transaction file. And your account details, like your account number, your account name, account holder name, account holder address, account holder mail ID, account holder balance, and account holder date of birth, and so on. So in the master file, it contains unique data. It contains the unique data. So now your details are there. So whenever you deposit, so according to the deposited amount, you deposited 10,000. So it will go to the master file. It will add to the existing balance. That is a 10,000. Fine. After 2 days, you withdraw 5,000 rupees from the bank. So now control will go, your program will go to the master file. Their balance is some 50,000, but you withdraw 5,000, 50,000, 5,000, 45,000. So it will be withdrawn 45,000. So where it will contain high level consolidated data. It does not contain your duplicate transactions. You getting my point?
Yes.
So even if you go to, retail also, right? So where your actual details will be stored one place and your transactions will be stored in another place, but both will not become stored in one file or table. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So these are all the core differences, team. If you have any queries, you can ask me. Otherwise, we are good to close for today. And so I would like to highlight one thing again. Okay, whoever new to database, okay, I want to tell in advance, not in 1 month before, 2 months before. Whoever new to DB2 or DBMS, I request you to learn what is DBMS by going through YouTube channel or any articles. What is DBMS, SQL commands, okay? Because we don't cover them in our training. So I request you to learn DBMS, SQL commands, and hands-on. You can do online only without mainframe also. You can do it. That's not a problem. Okay. So please start preparing even on this also, because DB2 will talk directly what is DB2, what is relation table and all in the mainframe aspect. Okay. So I'll stop sharing for today.